sometimes air travel just makes my head hurt. It is absolutely getting crazy. Let's talk about it. Okay, so a bad idea is picking up an unexploded bomb. A worse idea is keeping that bomb as a keepsake. But an even worse idea is putting it in your luggage and taking it home. Or trying to take it home, which is exactly what happened. An American family took an unexploded bomb to the Tel Aviv airport, Israel's busiest airport, and tried to check their bags with a bomb in it. I mean, you can't even say the word in an airport, yet you're trying to carry one. So they did the right thing, I guess, and kind of asked about it when they were dropping their luggage off, which created a chaotic scene, evacuation of the terminal, the whole thing. I don't even know what that looks like. Hi, I have a bomb in my suitcase. Could you take it for me? Please? I mean, I suppose if you said please or something. But what's amazing is it's not on YouTube. Where were all the cell phones trying to take a picture of this crazy event? Unbelievable. Anyway, they didn't get anywhere. It all got settled, but I can't explain it. I mean, we have people taking bombs to the airport and asking if it's okay. And then we have people trying to open the door at 35,000 feet. I don't know. It's just getting totally crazy. But that's the wildest story I've heard in a long time. Walmart's been working on drone delivery stuff for a long time. They've been using companies like Flytrex and Zipline and DroneUp. And I didn't realize this, but 90% of Americans live within 10 miles of a Walmart brick and mortar store. And they plan on leveraging that brick and mortar footprint in order to reach us in less than 30 minutes with stuff that we want to buy by delivering it with a drone. So customers at Walmart can order over 1,000 items for a small fee of $3.99, which is less than I'm paying for services to get from Grubhub, for $3.99, and have it delivered from the push of the button to at your house in less than 30 minutes. And they're doing all kinds of, quick pickup things like 2-hour delivery windows, pickup stuff like that. So this is just an add-on about how quickly they can serve. And but with 1,000 items, you get to order up to 10 pounds of stuff. So I can get a lot of stuff for in 30 minutes, which sounds pretty cool. DroneUp seems to be the big winner here because they have 34 of the 37 test stores, and I guess there's an odd number left over for Zipline and Flytrex to figure out. But DroneUp is definitely the big winner here. So what is, and I'm going to have to spill the beans, what is the most popular thing people are ordering for drone delivery? Hamburger helper. Wow, who knew? Hamburger helper is the #1 item for drone delivery. Other things are pretty normal, like batteries, trash bags, laundry detergent. Oh, and Welch's fruit snacks. Welch's fruit snacks? Really? You gotta have them within 30 minutes? I mean, well, I gotta have my hamburger helper in 30 minutes, I guess. Pretty wild. It's a crazy week. Hey, well, more changes at the top again at the FAA. Well, not exactly changes yet, but Philip Washington was announced a couple weeks ago to be rumored to be the next nominee to be the administrator of the FAA. Unbelievable leadership skills. He spent over 25 years in the U.S. Army and was the highest ranking enlisted person in the Army. Pretty major accomplishment. I would have led with that instead of his weak points, which are he's only got 8 months as in aviation. For the last 8 months, he's been the CEO of Denver International Airport, and that's a pretty cool job. But most of the other time he's been spent with transit, so he's kind of like a train guy. Could be good, mainly because he doesn't have ties to Boeing and to the industry where the FAA is trying to reinvent itself as a real regulator. And so maybe it's a good thing. One thing it's not a good thing is it kind of cuts off the current acting administrator, Billy Nolan, a little bit at the knees, like, hey, what are you doing? So these trial balloons are not the greatest thing in the world for a sitting a person trying to lead the agency and regulate the safety of our air travel. But we'll see. It's not official until it's announced by the White House, and it hasn't been announced yet, so maybe it won't. And you know, they're still on the hunt. Still doesn't do Mr. Nolan any good. You know, I think part of being a weather person, or a weather forecaster, is the ability to find ways to get an excuse about why my forecast is wrong. NASA was planning on using CubeSats, these things, small satellites, picture here, about the size of a loaf of bread, and they were codenamed Tropics, to be able to launch and to be able to help with tracking and better forecasting for hurricanes. Really? There are 3 launches planned this year, but the first one kind of got off the ground but didn't really make it to orbit. First stage was really good. Second stage cut off early, and the satellites didn't make it into orbit. And so looking into it, they were launched by a company named Astra. Well, if NASA had looked at the past performance of Astra has a terrible track record of launching satellites into space. I can't even find where they've ever successfully done it. They have made it into space. They carried a satellite payload for the United States Air Force, but they didn't release the satellites. They kept them on board, didn't release them because it was only a test flight, and they brought them back down. That seems like a wasted launch. So anyway, an $8 million snafu, and we don't have the satellites in space, and now NASA's not sure if the remaining launches will actually do the job, so they're not sure what to do. So this kind of snafu, SpaceX has had its snafus early on, but seems to have corrected that. It seems like there is the availability of having reliable service, and so another vendor, looks like the market is right for another vendor in this marketplace, because Astra can't seem to get it done. There needs to be some competition to make sure we don't have these kind of snafus. And stop giving weather people and weather forecasters another excuse. We got to give them all the tools we can muster. UFOs. There is no doubt about that the government is hiding aliens from us. Really. So the Naval Intelligence Office has identified that there have been over 400 incidents of unidentified flying objects, or what the DoD now calls unexplained aerial phenomenon of UAPs. And so what happens? Congress has a hearing to find out what's going on. Scott Bray, who's the Deputy Director of U.S. Navy Intelligence, told Congress that there is no evidence whatsoever that they are non-terrestrial objects. First of all, they're all unpiloted. Okay. And second of all, they didn't try to communicate with the chase planes that were going after them. Okay. But he's sure they're non-terrestrial. So how would he know that they're non-terrestrial on those 2 items alone? Because he does know what non-terrestrial looks like. That can be the only explanation. Since he knows what aliens look like, he knows that the stuff they're seeing in these incidents are not aliens. That's the only logical solution. And just think, the aliens didn't pick up their cell phone and try to call the pilot as they zoomed by. They didn't wave, they didn't do anything, so that definitely makes them from the Earth? No. This is the craziest thing. This is crazy. Another crazy piece of this week. This hearing should have been its own episode on Netflix comedy Space Force, which got renewed for another season. It's absolutely hilarious. You should check it out. So at the hearing, they did show an unclassified video of a sphere shooting past a chase plane. And yes, we could not see an alien waving, so therefore probably aliens don't exist. And the alien did not call the pilot on the cell phone, so therefore it didn't exist. But it was faster than the plane we sent up, which definitely makes it kind of weird. So, and round balls shooting around. I guess it could have been a cannonball. Yes, could have been a cannonball. It could have been a cannonball at 35,000 feet. It seems pretty unlikely. I mean, did they think we weren't paying attention to what they were saying? Crazy stuff. So the hearing did get more clear as it went along. So the whole idea is it's Mylar balloons that are floating around. Kids' birthday parties are cluttering the skies. And there's also that thing called drones. Drones are darkening the skies and creating havoc. And then there's that we have better sensors so we can see more stuff. Yeah, we can see the aliens now. That's the stuff. But anyway, so then Congress did push on the the testifiers about what was going on, and they said that they need to achieve a balance between transparency and secrecy. Yes, because Area 51 has aliens on it. That's the secret part, and the rest of it they're willing to be transparent about. Can be the only logical explanation. So there you have it. There's aliens. We know about them. DOD is not coming clean. And all fun aside, they did get a task from the committee to make sure the DOD would report back to them on what really is going on. And that seems like a good task. Say hi to your local alien because he's probably waving to you as he goes by. Make sure you smash the like button. Hit like, give me a comment if you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell me what you want to hear about next time.